Hi there, my name is Angelica. I'll be a nurse practitioner today. I have a doctorate degree in integrative health, and I hear today you're here to talk about some anxiety issues. So we'll have about a 15-minute conversation just to get to know each other, and we'll see where we go. I know you've already read the confidentiality forms. Do you have any questions about any of that?
Nope.
All right, so let's get started. Can you tell me about yourself?
Sure. I am 35 years old. My name's Wendy. It's nice to meet you. I am a businesswoman. I work in finances. I'm originally from Baltimore, and I'm newly married, enjoying that. It has been kind of a stressful period for me, planning a wedding and having a fairly new job and moving to DC. But that is kind of it.
Yeah, so it sounds like you do have a lot going on.
Yeah.
What would you say is your primary concern today?
I guess I do have some anxiety with some things. My husband wanted me to come talk to someone because lately, we bought a house and I've been worrying about money and my job is stressful and I've just been a little more stressed out lately.
Mm-hmm. So you say that anxiety is your biggest concern, but your husband wanted you to come. So what is your perception about this anxiety that you have?
I think I need to talk to someone. It's getting to the point where I'm getting anxious about my relationship and I'm unsure about things and I'm nervous and I'm not sleeping and it's getting to the point where I can't handle it anymore.
So it sounds like it's a little more than your just average daily therapeutic stress. It's a little more stressful than it should be. How else has this been affecting your life, would you say?
Well, I don't sleep, and so when I go to work, I'm not accomplishing anything, and sometimes I find myself falling asleep at my desk, and I go home and I'm upset at my husband because I had a bad day at work, and I don't like taking things out on him, especially because we're newly married, and we want to have kids, but I don't know if it's the right time because I'm just so stressed with everything, and I'm nervous, and my heart is racing, and I feel very overwhelmed, and I feel really, really on edge.
Mm-hmm. Are you almost afraid of what your husband is thinking?
I'm just really worried that he's gonna leave me. Mm-hmm. We just got married, and I'm worried that he's gonna leave me.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about your sleeping patterns.
Well, he goes to bed early, maybe around 9 or 10, and I try to go to bed around that time too. But I toss and turn all night. My thoughts are racing, and I can't get any good sleep.
Mm-hmm. That must definitely be affecting your work and your life during the daytime.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how anxious that must make you feel. Are you having problems at work?
I did miss one deadline. That this just happened. So I do feel like it is starting to make an impact. So that's why I probably should get help.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you have your normal responsibilities still, but you're not as able to manage them like you were before.
Yeah.
With all this going on in your life.
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about your sleep. Do you use any substances, alcohol or cigarettes, any drugs?
I don't smoke, but I do use alcohol, and sometimes I think I do, drink a little too much, especially when I have a bad day.
So you think that you're using alcohol to kind of manage some of your stress?
Probably.
Glass of wine?
Yeah, a few.
It's very common, so no worries. So that's one of your coping mechanisms. Do you have any other kind of coping mechanisms or things you turn to when you're stressed? How about at work even? Like, is there anything that you do?
Not particularly. I do have a coworker that I can talk to, and she handles stress well, so I can talk to her. I haven't yet, but I might open up to her, and I've heard adult coloring books are great, so maybe when I get home I can get into that. But I haven't really, maybe you can help me think of some, because I haven't really found any
Definitely.
yet.
That can definitely be one of our goals in working with your anxiety. So you mentioned you have one friend that would be a good support system. What about your family?
Um, I'm really scared to talk to my parents about this because they think I'm some businesswoman in Washington, and I'm newly married. I have a house. I'm trying to have a baby, and I don't want to tell them that I'm, you know, having anxiety or troubles. So I can't tell them. But I mean, my husband is supportive. He was the one that wanted me to come here. But I'm just scared about telling him too much because I'm really scared that he's gonna find someone better.
So you feel like you have a lot of pressure on you. Okay, well, your anxieties are very normal, which it sounds like we have to deal with. Yeah, I mean, you have a lot going on in your life, so we just kind of need to take things piece by piece. Any other coping mechanisms that you think that you use, like when you're feeling really stressed? What's your first thought?
I'm feeling stressed. I'm thinking I can't wait to go home and drink some alcohol.
I see.
And I know I need to find a better mechanism, but I'm scared to talk to anyone. So,
do you feel like your thoughts are racing? Do you feel like you can't really put them together?
Especially at night. But yes, I feel like my head's constantly full, and I can't sleep at night because I'm thinking about all these things, and then in the day I can't ever accomplish anything because I'm so sleepy and fatigued, and I'm restless, and it's bad.
It's like an endless cycle. Do you feel any physical manifestations of your anxiety?
Yeah, I mean, I constantly get really bad diarrhea, and I'm sweating, and I mean, sometimes at work, I'll get in the car and it'll be hard to breathe because I'll get so worked up, and I just don't know what to do.
Have you ever had to pull over on the side of the road because of anxiety?
No, but I probably should have. It's very bad, especially when I'm leaving work and I'm just so exhausted, and I know when I go home to my husband, he's going to be asking me about my day, and I just won't even want to talk about it. So sometimes I just don't even want to go home, even though he's so great to me and he's so wonderful, but I'm just scared about everything and I don't know what to do. It just seems so overwhelming being a newlywed and having a new house and the stressful job. I just don't know how I can make it work. I'm just so anxious about everything.
Sounds like your husband is really there for you. How long have you known him?
We have been dating, or we dated for 2 years, and then we got married. So, and that was another really stressful time. It was fun, but planning the wedding was crazy.
Do you think that you're a different person now?
No, not different. He married me for who I am, and I think he still loves me, but certainly the stress is just getting to be too much. I can't even think straight anymore. I don't know how I'm ever going to have a baby. I'm going to be the worst mother.
One thing at a time. Let's not use judgments. I think one thing that will really help you is mindfulness and focusing on one thing at a time. So I think that's one thing we can really find ourselves working with. What about your mood? How would you describe your current mood?
Just stressful. I don't feel sad or depressed or anything like that. I just feel just kind of scared about how I'm gonna get through life, being so on edge all the time. It's a really scary feeling.
Have you ever had thoughts of hurting yourself or others?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Let's see. Talked about support systems. Are there any other manifestations of your anxiety or any other situations you can describe where you felt very anxious aside from, work and your husband?
Sometimes when I'm with my parents, I just feel very, like I don't want them to see the real me, and I can't open up to them, and they're my parents, so I should be able to, but I'm scared of letting them see this side of me. So, and I think my mom would really understand, but I don't know if I can tell her.
Are there any other things you've tried as far as the sleeping patterns go? And how long has this really been going on, you not being able to sleep? Because I'm assuming that's really affecting your cognitive function at work.
Probably about 7 or 8 months, and it's getting worse.
Okay.
My husband suggested I try meditating So I tried that before bed, but I just couldn't seem to get the thoughts to stop. So, I thought it was a great idea, but I don't know why, my head I can't turn off these racing thoughts.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have any pre-existing medical conditions?
No, I'm pretty healthy. I'm young. My husband says he's worried because I'm not eating as much as I usually do, and sometimes I forget to eat, and but no, I'm healthy. Nothing that I know of.
Are you concerned about your eating patterns, or is it something you just think he is, and you're not really validating that?
No, I just think that I'm busy and I don't really have time. I'm busy. I don't have time for food, but I think he's worried. So maybe I should be a little more worried, but.
So it sounds like you're kind of identifying a little bit with your anxiety, but not maybe as much as your husband is.
Probably. Yeah, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you are here. That's fantastic. Do you have any other family history? Anything significant?
No. My parents are healthy, and I don't think they have anxiety. I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Today's society, it's huge. Do you ever have any weird thoughts, like things that you're seeing that aren't really there, or to say things you don't really mean? Weird things like that?
No. I don't hear anything.
Okay. And your mood, is it generally like the same, or do you kind of have a lot of ups and downs?
Well, I guess it's generally kind of the same. I generally feel okay, but just sometimes I have these like points where I don't know if I can go on or get through the day, or
some hopelessness a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you still enjoy the things you used to enjoy, or you still having like pleasure and activities that you used to?
I really like my husband and I. We go to the movies every Sunday night, and that's something I look forward to. So that's really nice, and I still like seeing him, and I have a few close friends that I can do things with. So that gives me joy, and those are things I look forward to, and I can at those times seem to kind of relax and be at ease for just a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds great. It seems like you have a lot of different support systems with your family and friends. I mean, I think everyone on their own level has their own issues with their parents, but it's really great that you came out here today. Is there anything else you wanted to share with me?
No, I'm interested to hear what you think that we can do to help it. I don't know if I really want to take a medication or if that would even help. I just really want to get these thoughts away and just be back to my normal, relaxed self. So I'm just scared about that. But
yeah. I think a lot of people have a certain stigma about mental health and mental health illness and all that. But it is perfectly normal to just want to talk about your feelings, and the things that you're thinking are absolutely normal, especially with all the things you have going on. But I think we can definitely work to move forward in managing your anxieties and managing the different tasks that you have. I think once we decrease your anxiety, that will help your sleep patterns a lot and ensure that you have a great relationship with your husband. And it's so great that he is a support system to you like that. So I think with our goal to be to manage the anxiety and improve your sleep patterns and maybe incorporate some more mindfulness, that we can really work together and manage this. So maybe we can make an appointment for next week. Maybe we can do weekly appointments for the next few weeks and see how that goes.
Okay, we can try.
All right. Well, it was so great meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.